In today's video, I went for the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Platinum Trophy. This game was at the top of my 2024 releases, and I've been excited to finally get to enjoy a sequel to one of my childhood games. Although something I didn't expect to start seeing after my Platinum Trophy journey was multiple videos and people all over the internet saying that the game is dead already, the community being frustrated, like genuinely what's going on. It's actually pretty crazy seeing the community go from everyone just being excited and having the time of their lives on this game the first couple of weeks to now everyone just hating on it and I don't know what's going on. This meme I found is a perfect way to explain it.
You're not a fighter, you're a blogger!
Really quickly, I just want to mention that I've had this platinum since November 3rd, and this video was supposed to have been uploaded, but I just got caught up and fell back with the editing. So just remember that anything said was during all the uproar and before any sort of patches and stuff. Obviously, with my time on the game, I have noticed many issues, and especially people adapting cringe playstyles like abusing mechanics and much more. Sparking Zero's only been out a little over a month though, so claiming it's dead is kind of reaching in my opinion. We just gotta hope that the community issues get addressed soon and changes are made so everyone can have fun again. I mean, I feel like I'm no one to be speaking on this. I'm no fighting game expert. I just enjoy the game for what it is and try not to take it too serious. But issues with the game are very clear. Also, I feel like we're in a time of gaming where everyone's fun is using the meta stuff for wins. So you happen to run into the same stuff consistently, and not seeing diversity in gameplay can really strip the enjoyment from these games. It starts turning people into those, if everyone else is using it, then I'm gonna use it type of people, and it just becomes toxic. Now, Sparking Zero's Platinum has 50 trophies with the Platinum included, and well over half of them can be acquired from the episode battles, which is basically the story mode, and the rest are online trophies, which some can be done offline as well. Before starting my Platinum Trophy journey, I went through the different trainings for a couple hours to learn the mechanics and adjust the controls to my liking. I was just playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot where like the punch button was circle, but now it's square, so I picked up bad habits from Kakarot. The way I plan to tackle this was first play through all the sagas, next clean up the easy trophies, then lastly finally play online against other players. Majority of my time will be spent in episode battles though, because we have 8 different character sagas with multiple paths to follow that can actually change the outcome of the original stories. But first, our main goal is to just complete each saga for the trophy before doing all the alternative stuff. Finally starting the episode battles, Goku is our first one and jumps directly into the Saiyan arc. For this mode, they have you play through the character specific fights with cinematics covering the story. This saga starts with Goku's first encounter with Raditz. Hold up, let me...
That boy indeed has Saiyan blood. It's no use trying to.
It's my first time actually fighting right now. To also mention, everything is being done on regular difficulty because I know they do have a lower difficulty you can play on, making the platinum easier. But for me, this will be kind of my reinforcement of all the training that I practice. Wait, did we cook him already? That's my first battle. I gotta build up muscle memory and stuff for this game. Because I was sitting there practicing and stuff. It felt like good, but then now just like I completely just forgot all the stuff.
This nigga is trash!
Completing this fight will give us one of those story altering choices where we either work with Piccolo to fight Raditz or decide to go alone. I chose to stay with the original path for now, but later we will have to return back for a trophy. And this led to another fight with Raditz that ends with Goku holding Raditz for Piccolo's special beam cannon. In the previous video, we completed the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Platinum, link in the description by the way, and that game has to be the closest to watching the actual show because the cutscenes has pretty long run times, and they do it differently for Sparking Zero. The way they tell the story is by showing these screenshots with some text and then also a short cutscene. Now for majority of the Platinum Trophy hunt, we literally play story mode, meaning that it will be a lot of storytelling and stuff. But I'm gonna only briefly go over it because I'm not here to explain Dragon Ball lore.
Oh, okay, goddamn.
But basically we have a time skip to Goku's next big fight against Nappa, which wasn't difficult at all. Then next we fight against Vegeta that has 2 phases, which is a regular fight leading into the Great Ape Vegeta fight. Oh, and to be honest, I did not understand how you fight a big ass enemy like this. I was just getting tossed around. Bro, he keeps grabbing me.
I beg your pardon?
It's funny because all over Twitter, I was seeing memes of people struggling on this fight. And this one right here just straight took me out because I understand, man. I understand. Is he stuck or? This game's trolling me.
Oh my.
It took me a couple tries to beat. I felt like it was just mad uncomfortable to fight, but after beating them, we get a time skip to Goku's fights on Namek, where I'd finally get some trophies. The first trophies I would see was during my fight with Captain Ginyu, just before he switches bodies with Goku. We finally completed 10 matches and also got a trophy for reaching level 5. After this, our next big fight was against Frieza, which I genuinely was getting my ass tossed around. Hey yo, trying to dodge. Trying to dodge. Oh no, that's... Damn, man. Bro, I'm cooked. This move literally is so strong. He always does it when I'm like flying back too, bro. Mid recovery. Yeah, I'm not ready for this. I'm gonna go back to training for a bit. Frieza straight dogged me out to the point where I just decided I needed more training.
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
And when I exited to the main menu, I was checking things out and got a trophy for earning a title while collecting some rewards. Going through some of the training drills again really helped me out because the get back was crazy. Ooh, Frieza's cooked. That's what happens when you go in training. I still might be trash, but we cooked Frieza. We're seeing some sort of progress. Something I didn't realize around this time is that there's certain conditions you need to meet in order to progress with the main story and not just the alternative paths. The Frieza fight is one of them. I didn't meet the conditions, although I still beat him, so I was thinking I couldn't progress more just yet. Wait, they don't let us proceed forward? So do I gotta use someone else now or what? So basically what was going on is I blindlessly went through the 6 sagas that were available to me to the point where they stopped due to the conditions. I guess we'll start with Vegeta since he's right below Goku. Eventually the switch would flick on in my brain for me to understand what was happening, but not just yet. Vegeta Saga was next for me, and this one starts from the Namek arc where we go through a couple of fights that wasn't necessarily difficult, eventually leading into the Android arc. I wouldn't see any trophies going through this, but this saga would stop for me at the Super Vegeta versus Perfect Cell fight because of the conditions. And I still haven't realized that there's a certain way you have to beat some of these fights, probably because even though I missed the condition, you still see a victory screen. Well, now we can't move forward, so we go on to the next character. So after this, I went on to Gohan Saga that starts from where him and Goku train inside the hyperbolic time chamber, preparing for the Cell games. Then we immediately go into Gohan's fight with Cell. I will say that the Cell AI had to be one of the most annoying ones I fought so far. He likes to run a lot and it just has like a passive aggressive playstyle with pretty on point defense. Oh my god. They have us fight Cell a couple of times, but I wouldn't see another trophy until after all the battles. This completed the Android arc as Gohan and rewarded me with a character to add to my roster, giving me a trophy for unlocking 10 characters so far. This was only just the start because we'll also have to unlock 40 characters. Right after Gohan Saga, the one right below this one is Piccolo's, which was a very short one for me to complete, and also would experience my very first what if story. While playing through all the Piccolo fights, there was a point during Goku's fight with Android 19 where we get a choice to either help him or just observe the fight, and I chose to help him. Now obviously this wasn't a story accurate choice and it results into Piccolo having to fight Android 19. This basically will start an alternative path called a Mentor's Guidance. This is a what if scenario where Piccolo himself trains Gohan inside of the hyperbolic time chamber because it seems that the heart virus was starting to affect Goku. All of this was obviously in preparation to defeat Cell, eventually leading into the Cell games. And the outcome is still basically the same as a regular story, except Piccolo is basically taking Goku's role, actually letting him fight Cell for the tournament. And I feel like they really put a spotlight on Piccolo and Gohan's bond just in general. I thought it was a pretty cool what if scenario, and it gave us a trophy for completing. We're actually at 5 trophies, but I messed around and didn't count this one immediately after. So I started the Frieza Saga next, and they was not playing around because the first fight, they have you running solo squads against Krillin, Gohan, Piccolo, and Vegeta. Cook. Goodbye, Piccolo. He's already done, but death people. Wait, Vegeta. Wait, this is a 4-for-1? Wait. For me, this saga ended not too long after starting it, because during the iconic Frieza vs Super Saiyan Goku fight, we seem to have another condition to meet, because I beat Goku's ass and we got an ending where Frieza defeats Goku, then goes on to rule in the universe. They don't give you a trophy for completing this alternative ending, but around this time is when I finally start to realize why I wasn't progressing further into these sagas. But I feel like I was pretty deep in and I've already started a decent amount of each saga available to me. There's 8 sagas in total, but we only have 6 unlocked so far. So I just continue with this way of progressing, since I only have 1 more to do as of now. Goku Black Saga would be next for me to progress. This first fight of the saga was really anticipating for me because we get to use the Super Saiyan Rose. Oh crap, it just started immediately. Oh my god. Get to use Goku Black. Ooh. Is he pulling out the scythe? No, it's the scythe. What? No, I whiffed it. Come on, bro. I want to see that. Wait, what the? Oh, that's fire. When you hold the Ki Blast, he pulls out the scythe. Shoot from it. During this saga, I will see another trophy after completing the Fused Zamasu versus Goku and Vegeta fight for earning a total of 1 million Zenny. For this saga, I also reached a point where there were conditions that I had to meet, and it ended after getting an outcome of Zamasu defeating everyone and following through with his Zero Mortal plan. Obviously, this wasn't story accurate and we didn't get the trophy for completing the saga. Since I already started with this way of progressing, I wanted to keep the Platinum Trophy kind of coordinated. So basically at this point in my journey, I've completed a little of all the sagas available to me. And now that I understood that you have to meet conditions to progress through them, this is when I fully will dive into a single saga at a time to complete the main paths. I returned back to Goku's saga first, where my progression ended at the Frieza fight. The condition was pretty easy to complete, but also easy to miss. I literally just had to defeat Frieza with a Spirit Bomb, and then the saga continues on. I think we did it. We just had to hit Frieza with a Spirit Bomb. Going through this saga, the only trophy I would see was for completing it, but we do passively progress trophies for like completing 100 matches, obtaining characters, and also leveling up. So basically we play through Goku's main fights from the Android arc all the way to the battle with Jiren during the Tournament of Power. Yo, why Boo low-key hitting that? why is he moving like that? Like I'd be happy to show my experiences through these fights, but it would honestly just take up a lot of unnecessary video time. When I go for these platinum trophies, I literally record the entire time I'm playing, so it ends up being hours upon hours of unseen gameplay that I don't do anything with, but I think I should try to find some sort of way I can use it. But we completed Goku's saga for the trophy, then moved on. Vegeta's saga would be next, and the only trophy I would receive for this was also for completing it. Personally, I feel like Vegeta's saga was snubbed and so much could have been added to this. His saga ends right after the Majin Buu arc, and they didn't include anything from Super for some reason. As important he is to the story, I feel like his saga should have been as long as like Goku or something. The next sagas we finished off for trophies were Gohan and Frieza. They weren't necessarily difficult considering that I was slowly getting better at the game. With Gohan, we left off at the Majin Buu arc, leading him to be absorbed by Buu. Then we have a time skip to the resurrection of Frieza, where we get to use Tracksuit Gohan, and our only fight will be up against a Frieza Force soldier. Gotta be one of my favorite looks for him, honestly. For his saga, we also get some Tournament of Power action. Our last fight was against Dispo when Gohan sacrificed himself to eliminate him. Then we got the trophy for completing this saga. Moving on, we now have to complete Frieza Saga, and it takes us all the way to the Tournament of Power, and we have a couple of fights. None were necessarily difficult, it was still pretty much a casual experience. The Jiren fight concludes the Frieza Saga, we have some cutscenes and stuff, and then we're given the trophy. Returning back to the Goku Black Saga, I was literally already at the last fight, but not meeting the conditions will give you an ending with no trophy. During one of my failed attempts of meeting the conditions, we happened to get a trophy for winning 100 matches. Then eventually we completed it, getting the original ending where Goku summons the future Zeno, and then we got this trophy out the way. After completing all these sagas, we actually unlocked the final 2, which are both Future Trunks and Jiren. I was pretty excited to use Jiren because we get to fight Ultra Instinct Goku. I am cooked. I am cooked. I'm cooked. Oh, if this kills. No. This was only my first encounter and it was pretty challenging, but progressing more through the saga, reaching the last fight with Ultra Instinct Goku once again, this easily became the hardest fight of the journey for me.
That's not fair!
There were so many moments where I just restarted the fight because I already knew what the outcome would be. Dog.
At the edge, damn it.
Okay, they really want me to lose this. Nah, dead ass, the moment we transform, like, I'm about to die, like, dog.
2,000 years later.
We beat it! Let's go! Jeez, man, why was this the hardest fight I've did so far? After this fight, we got a notification about not being able to receive an additional Dragon Ball or something. And this game does have trophies for summoning all 3 of the dragons. And this notification made me a bit curious since I haven't really checked anything out yet. So I went on to the main menu and seen that we're able to summon Super Shenron. The wish I chose was to raise my player level, and we got 2 trophies for summoning Super Shenron and also reaching max level. I continued on with Jiren Saga, and for the last fight, we're getting 1v3'd by Golden Frieza, Android 17, and then Goku appears, and this is when I got folded.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty difficult, but thankfully it was actually story accurate, because even though I lost, we still completed the saga and got the trophy. Future Trunks will be the last saga for me to complete before going through all the alternative paths. His story obviously goes through the Goku Black arc, and we have our fights with Zamasu and stuff. After defeating Goku Black and Zamasu, we're given a choice for Trunks to return to his world or stay and train with everyone, which opens an alternative path. But I made the story accurate choice for us to complete this saga and secure our trophy. With all these sagas completed, what's next for us is for me to revisit them for the alternative paths that leads into these what if stories. Each saga has these, and there's many trophies that we can acquire, literally around 10 plus. The first saga I revisited was Goku's, and we have 3 trophies to earn towards our platinum. The first alternative path I went through was called Side by Side. To start this, we go back to the Sand arc and choose to chase down Raditz alone. In this alternative story, everyone like Krillin, Piccolo, Master Roshi all work together to take down Raditz, with Goku surviving the encounter, meaning that Goku never learns the Kaioken for the arrival of the other Saiyans, but instead the situation of him dying would happen later during the Vegeta fight. And after a time skip, the story shifts into an arc that parallels the Namek arc, but instead takes place on Earth. In this version of the story, Goku actually doesn't turn Super Saiyan during the Frieza fight, and he defeats him with a powerful Spirit Bomb, bringing the saga to a conclusion. The next trophy we're hunting in the Goku saga is called Pushing the Limit. Going back to the fight against Raditz and choosing to work with Piccolo, the condition to this alternative path is to beat Raditz quickly, and I was able to do this on my first try. In this what if story, Goku dodges Piccolo's Special Beam Cannon, surviving the Raditz encounter. Then a little fast forward with the arrival of the Saiyans, we fight them off, but everyone is slowly getting taken out. And it was pretty interesting because Goku never learns the Kaioken technique, so during the Vegeta fight, he actually becomes Super Saiyan to defeat him. Goku then goes to Namek to search for the Dragon Balls so he can revive all his friends. Then we get surprised by a Super Saiyan Vegeta, and it said that he actually defeated Frieza, so we end up having to fight him, and basically Goku spares him, concluding the saga for the trophy. The last trophy for us in Goku Saga is called Changing the Future, that takes us to the Android arc. This is a what-if story where Goku actually goes to fight against Cell instead of training inside of the hyperbolic time chamber. And basically he uses his Super Saiyan form to defeat him early on before he absorbs any of the androids. After this fight, the other androids were still eager to fight Goku, so obviously we fight them, then I guess we just mutually parted ways, concluding this saga. Vegeta's saga has 2 trophies for alternative paths. The first one is called Parental Bond. To sum it up quickly, it starts from the Android saga, and instead of Goku and Gohan being the main focus, it's a what-if scenario that puts Vegeta and future Trunks in their position, where they're the ones who defeat Cell. The next one is called Number 1 Spot. To sum this one up, we gain access to this path by making the choice of shaking off Babidi's brainwashing during the Majin Buu arc. And going through this what-if scenario, we defeat Babidi before Majin Buu is even released, and then we go on to return back to the World Tournament, where we have our fight with Goku, basically beating him. Vegeta's saga is already pretty short, with it ending at the Majin Buu arc, so going through these alternative paths didn't really take long. Moving on, we have Gohan Saga to return to, where we played the notorious Gohan Black What If scenario. I remember seeing this all over social media during the early days of the game, and everyone was just hyped and stuff. I actually think that it's a pretty cool concept with him replacing Goku Black, because it will make a lot of sense because he was Future Trunks' mentor. So imagine if he just returned as Gohan Black. And this one actually ends with them sealing up the fused Zamasu with the evil containment wave, basically concluding this story. Earlier we went through Piccolo Saga, and this is where I would complete my very first What If story. So returning back, I had to complete his actual saga. It was only a couple fights that ended right before the Cell games, where Cell absorbs Android 17 and 18. I'm pretty sure Piccolo has the shortest saga in the game. Future Trunks will be the next saga that I return to, and it has 3 trophies for us to get. The first alternative story is called A Shining Hope. And this is a what if story where Trunks successfully pulled off the evil containment wave against Zamasu. Then after Zamasu, they went on to defeating Goku Black, restoring the peace in Trunks' timeline. The next what if story is pretty cool, but in my opinion can be a pain to access. This is a story where Future Trunks gets drafted into the Tournament of Power, but to even be able to do this, after the Goku Black stuff, we have to make the choice to stay and train, where they have us fight against Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan, with the conditions to beat them quickly. And if you don't, basically Trunks will go back to his timeline, ending the saga. Okay, that was big. Well, hold up. Dog, I only got hit once by Vegeta, and I was dogging him out, and then now Piccolo's in. Is this even possible? Like, you're supposed to defeat all 3 of them. You got to beat Vegeta, Piccolo, then Gohan, but that was like 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds probably. I don't even know. I don't know the estimated time for you to beat them, but I was trying this for a good hour, just fighting them, spamming and stuff, but it just felt unrealistic. After failing a lot, I did do some research online, and I found out that there's something called a Dragon Orb that you can get from summoning the dragons, and it's basically like a level skip that will instantly meet the conditions for like alternative paths and stuff. Now this was exactly what I needed, but the issue is that I didn't have all the Dragon Balls. So once again, I did some research and I figured out how you can farm Dragon Balls. The fastest method I found was where you set up a custom match with tournament rules and just farm the matches, which will eventually give you a Dragon Ball. This method is best done using an ability item called Rising Spirit that will start you at max key so you can spam abilities. And by equipping an item, it counts as a customization, so I got a trophy for my first time customizing. And in about 30 minutes of spamming super attacks against Hercule, we managed to collect all 7 Dragon Balls to summon Shenron for a trophy, and also got our Dragon Orb. So going back to the saga, we're finally able to move on and bring Trunks to the Tournament of Power. From the beginning, we're given a choice to either follow Vegeta or stay with Gohan, and each leads to a path for different trophies. So for my first choice, I chose to stay with Vegeta, and this leads to us working together to eventually fight people like Cabba, Kale, Caulifla, and then for the last battle we fight Top. Yes sir! Now we gotta do the other choice. So now returning back to the point where we have a choice to either follow Vegeta or stay with Gohan. For this next trophy, we have to stay with Gohan. And to sum it up quickly, we fight more contenders like the Pride Troopers. We fight like Dispo, Top again, and then we actually fight Jiren for this one, securing us the victory.
Jiren has been eliminated.
And this completes our last Trunks story. I did find Frieza's alternative story to be pretty time consuming, but I'll try to sum it up quickly. We started from the Frieza resurrection. For us to even start this what if scenario, our condition is to basically beat them in under 2 minutes, which I was able to do on my second try surprisingly. This goes into a story where Frieza actually wins this battle, making him the strongest of this universe. Then fast forward, Frieza uses the Dragon Balls to revive all of his allies, and Beerus invites him to participate in the Tournament of Power with the option to bring whoever. Now this was a time consuming part because we have 4 options, and for us to even get this trophy, we need to complete every single one of them. Long story short, we fought in the Tournament of Power alongside of all these people, the Frieza Force, King Cold, Cooler, and the Ginyu Force, completing this trophy. So moving on, the next saga we revisited was Goku Black. This was another one where we had to defeat our opponents quickly, but it just seemed pretty unrealistic. I failed a couple times, then decided that this was probably another one where I had to use a Dragon Orb. So I returned back to the custom games, and while grinding for the Dragon Balls, I happened to gather all the Namek ones to summon Puranga. And this completes all the dragon summoning trophies. Using the Dragon Orb, I was able to proceed with the What If story that's basically about Zamasu and Goku Black defeating everyone and succeeding with their Zero Mortal plan. The last saga we needed to finish was Jiren's. This What If story was basically about him defeating everyone and winning the Tournament of Power. From the show, we know that his intentions was to revive his master, but in the end of this What If scenario, he makes the choice to restore all the universes. Because this was the last, I also got a gold trophy for completing 21 sagas, and we can now move on from the story mode.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
I know this may be pretty repetitive and I can show a lot more than I am, but we are going through a lot of stuff and I feel like this video does not need to be 40+ minutes long. With all this finally completed, I figured that this will be a perfect time to collect some simple trophies from the menus. Earlier we got a trophy for earning a total of 1 million Zenny, and we also get another one for spending 1 million Zenny, so I went on a straight purchase spree.
Tell them to bring me my money.
How much money we got? 6 million Zenny. Alright, we're just gonna buy every single character.
Impressive.
Get that trophy for unlocking 40 characters.
Impressive.
Ooh, we got another trophy.
Good eye.
What is this for? Spending 1 million Zenny?
A big spender, huh?
There goes. 10 ability items. I think we need 50.
A few moments later.
Huh?
Oh, 50 different abilities. Okay, I'm not gonna purchase any more. Oh, crap. Throughout playing the game, you complete orders for both Zeno and Whis to collect rewards for more trophies. Yo, my head is about to explode from hearing Zeno say, "I'm so happy." Yo, I just noticed that there's a take all. I should have been clicked this button. Yo, I would have been here forever. What the heck? I just noticed on the right side too, that scroll wheel is hella long. Lastly, I fully customized my player card for another trophy. Before we play against people online, there's still a few trophies that I can do offline to save myself from a potential grind. What's next is we have to view 20 banner scenes and special finishers. Banner scenes are basically unique dialogue scenes that trigger from specific characters being put up against each other. For example, putting Super Saiyan Goku against Final Form Frieza will trigger one.
How can you still have that kind of power? Don't tell me you're out.
Niggas be wildin'.
And during this fight, if we finish Frieza off with an angry Kamehameha, this will count as a unique finisher, referencing the Goku and Frieza fight on Namek. The devs created a lot of these, which would be cool to go all through, but luckily for this trophy, we can just spam the Goku and Frieza fight in custom games to complete both of these trophies. This game also has a tournament mode with 6 different styles of tournaments that can be done online or offline. They all have unique rules and will give you a trophy for winning. Well, all of them except for the Yamcha games for some reason. I decided to do these offline to make the wins easier. I mean, we already have to play 100 online matches, but I wanted to take the least stressful route for this trophy because we have to win. And in about an hour of doing all the tournaments, we acquired all of the trophies. The last trophies needed for my platinum is to complete 100 online matches and also 30 bonus battles. And I heard the bonus battles can be pretty time consuming, so I decided to just save this one. I did live stream my whole online experience and the VODs are up on my channel, but our first trophy was for completing 3 online matches, and I'm not gonna lie, it was not looking too good for me. Oh my god, connection. I was trying out Tapion, and yeah, I was pretty trash, but I was having the laggiest experience while playing. And on top of that, with all the latency and input delay and stuff, it felt like I had to get used to a whole different timing for all the defense counters. Dog, I'm pressing it, oh my god. Hello? I'm pressing the... I'm guessing it's latency. Jeez, bro, I lost my first match.
Damn.
Do after image. Oh my goodness, the lag. Dog, oh my god. Yo, the online is already pissing me off.
Don't you think?
That's a bad way to get the trophy. Like, I'm actually mad right now. I mean, this lobby is very laggy. I continue playing casual online matches using both Tapion and Frieza. Then I decided to dabble into some ranked just to see how far I can get for this video. My first stream of ranked, I only used Frieza. I really enjoyed using him during the sagas, so I felt like this was the character I kind of wanted to main for now. Jeez, he almost cooked me. Wait, he's not dead?
Would you mind piping down?
What? I feel like no damage. We got him though. That was a satisfying win. Winning like that with a super counter is satisfying. Oh my god, you guys see how I'm consistently getting these counters? Now this, I'm getting clapped right now, but this is a good connection lobby. And by the end, I completed 41 online matches towards the trophy, and I made it to rank C4. The next day I streamed, I immediately hopped back into ranked using both Hit and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I definitely had a way better experience this time around, and some pretty hype moments.
No hard feelings.
I'm dodging this. Oh my god. I'll always click the button way too early for that. Oh, work.
Finish it.
Yes, we beat him.
You cannot win.
Yes, sir. Nah, he got cooked. He got fried. He got fried this round. Yeah, I gotta admit, he got fried this round. I'm not gonna lie though, the moments I used Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I was actually feeling kind of bad for my opponents because it was just obvious that this character was a straight monster. Jeez. B5, let's go. Read like a book. This is for the clutch. Oh my goodness. Dude, we hit the barriers with that. By the end of the session, we finally completed our 100th match. And cooked. GG, 100 matches. I feel so cheesy using this fool though. Like it was hella like a crutch, bro. Trophy completed. And we also made it to rank B4, literally a couple points away from B3 for singles. Overall, it took me a total of almost 5 hours for these 100 online matches. At first, it was pretty sluggish for me, but it got better over time. The very last trophy for our platinum is to complete 30 bonus battles. This is essentially a scenario mode where anyone can create fights with unique dialogues and setups to make up their own story. The ones we have to do are the pre-made ones, and these are pretty time consuming because some of them have conditions and stuff. It's literally just more of those what if type stories. For example, we played through one where the Cyberman turns on the Saiyans and we gotta fight Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta. I did end up completing a lot of these to start off, but I don't really want to go through all of them because it's going to be pretty repetitive. After doing a few, I did check out the player created ones, and it's pretty funny seeing what other people created. You're really getting on my nerves, is crazy. What did y'all cook up with this story? Unfortunately though, after doing a couple, I did realize that the player created scenarios actually didn't count towards the trophies. So I continued going through all the pre-made ones to finally complete this trophy, totaling to about 3.5 hours to get. Platinum trophy completed. Let's go. Another one? The platinum? Give me that plat. There it is, y'all. We finally completed the Sparking Zero Platinum Trophy. We're now a Sparking Zero Platinum Trophy holder. Hey, let's get it, let's get it. I did a little restart so I can see how many hours we put into this, and it seems like we played 77 hours. I really enjoyed playing this game for the video, and I'll continue to enjoy it after. I know this game is having a bit of controversy right now, and I just hope some changes are made for the better. Previously, I completed the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Platinum, and it was a blast. So if you guys want to check that out, the link will be in the description. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate your time, and thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed my journey to acquiring the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Platinum Trophy. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.